Hey, welcome back. So in the last video, I introduced you to several different aspects of Dialogflow and told you how they work and why they're important. In this video, I want to dive a little deeper on one of those concepts that's not only important to an NLP bot, but also to real life. This is the concept of context. Now we all know that context is necessary for us to understand each other. For example, if I say give it a like, you need context to understand what the it in the sentence means. So in this video, we're going to be building and testing our own bot that demonstrates the importance of context for a machine. So we're going to start off by simulating a back and forth conversation between a person who likes dogs and a bot. The person first tells the bot that he likes dogs, which sets the context for the bot so that when the person asks the bot to state what he likes, the bot is able to remember that the person likes dogs. So the first step to building a bot on Dialogflow is creating an agent, as you may recall from the last video. Let's name this agent ContextBot. So for the next step, we're going to create our first intent. Let's name this likes dogs. Next, let's add a few training phrases. I like dogs, I like the dog, I like a dog, I like my dog. Now let's add a text response. We'll have the bot say, that's cool, I like dogs too. Now let's add context. If we scroll up, we see an input context and an output context. Input context is the context that gets called as soon as this intent is matched with the user's phrase. In this case, we don't have an input context, since no intents came before this. This one is the first. But we do need an output context, and this will be this name right here. Likes dogs. This phrase will be the output context for this intent, and the input context for whatever intent comes next. This concept will become more clear as we go on. Now we're going to save this intent and then create a new one. The intent that will come next is the dog liker intent. For this intent, our training phrase is going to be, can you tell me what I like? The bot's response will be, you like dogs. The last step would be to set the input context to likes dogs in order for the bot to connect these two intents. Let's test this out. So after saving, we click on Integrations, scroll down to Web Demo, and then click the link that pops up. It will take us to our bot. Now we can say our phrase, I like dogs. After the bot responds, we can say, can you tell me what I like? And the bot will respond correctly. Now let's replicate these two intents, but for a cat liker. We're going to head back to Dialogflow and then click Intents and create new intent. We're going to name this one likes cats instead of likes dogs, because this is going to simulate a person who likes cats. Similar to the likes dogs intent, we're going to add an output context of likes cats and a few training phrases such as I like cats, I like the cat, I like a cat, and our response is going to be similar as well. We're going to click Save and then create our last intent, which is going to be named Cat Liker, just like the dog liker one, where the bot will let the person know what it is that he or she likes. Once again, we'll be adding an input context called likes cats, which will remind the bot that the person likes cats. Our training phrase is going to be exactly the same as last time. Can you tell me what I like? And our text response is going to be, yes, you like cats. Lastly, you want to click Save. Now let's test the whole thing out, and I'll explain why the context that we've set is so important in this example. So we can start off by saying, I like cats. The bot responds accurately, and when we ask this question, it's able to also respond accurately again. Now if we say, I like dogs, it's able to say that, and if we ask this question once again, it's able to switch its answer according to what we most recently said. So as you can see, even though these phrases are exactly the same, the bot has context for both scenarios and can provide the appropriate answer each time. Now let's see what happens if we remove all the input and output context for the four intents. So we'll head back to Intents, click the dog liker intent, delete the context, once again save, click Intents again, the likes cats intent, delete the context, save, and repeat for the final two. And make sure to save every time so it's able to update. And at the very bottom, it says agent training started and completed, so you can see that it's working its magic at that time. So let's start off by typing what we did the first time, I like dogs. And watch what happens when we say this. Well, that's not right. Let's try this out a couple more times with different phrases. So this time we're saying I like cats. Let's see what it does. Okay, so this time it was correct. Now let's see what it says if we say I like dogs again. Okay, so this one worked. And finally, let's try one more time and we'll see what it says. So that's not right either. So this model's not very accurate. It only got 50%, and you want to aim for something really close to 100% accuracy. And this is purely because it has no context. Since it has no context, it's just picking a random intent out of the two that are prompted by this question. So, as you can see, even in this simple example, context is so important for the bot to work correctly. So you can probably imagine how crucial it is to have the right context in place when you amplify the scenario to a much larger one. Let me show you a quick example of what I mean by a more complex bot. So let's say that you want to build a bot that'll guide a person to a desired location. The conversation might go something like this. Can you give me the directions to the mall? Sure, so after you exit your neighborhood, take a right at Newport Avenue. Okay, then head straight for another 4 miles. So how long till we get there? About 30 minutes. So up till now, there had been a normal flow of conversation in which the bot told a set of directions and the person acknowledged. But now there's an interruption, which will require the bot to recognize that this there is referring to the mall from the beginning. And for it to know that, it must remember the context. But how will it remember back that far? Usually, context only stays for a few turns, then disappears from the bot's head. Well, this is where lifespan comes in. With a larger lifespan, the bot will remember farther back. And this is exactly what we'll be discussing in the next video, in which I'll teach you how to choose the right number for the lifespan and why it's so important to do so. If you've enjoyed creating and testing your own bot, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and comment down below what situations you can think of for when context is important. And if you're new here, then make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so that you don't miss any videos that'll help you on your journey towards mastering artificial intelligence. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.